ka nwere ebe nwere ụmụ industrial villages ya na Ogun State ọfụma onye nwa Bebioko jeje Bebioko na Bebioko na Ogun State ya ọsọ ka ọ dị nke onwe factory ilu ị na-eje Lagos pụta na ụfọdụ ebe a ka dị deserted industrial area now isolated place ka ọ na-awụ even in a civilized countries. Ebe na Zambia enwe industrial area na industrial area mmadụ ada ebi ebe a ife ebe a warehouses factories onye bịacha ọrụ ọ na-akwa ebe ife na-eme ebe ahụ ife na-eme ewu ebe Nzado ebe spare parts market do ebe Kamwala market do ebe side ebe na-azụ afịa ebe ahụ wee ebe ife na-eme ịghọtago ebe ndị na-azụ afịa ha azụ na ndị na-ejezi buru na company jezie na-azụ ya azụ ebe ahụ ka ọ na-eme. That is why ọ bụrụ ife niile a na-azụ na Nkwọ Nnewi ka a na-eproduce na Nkwọ Nnewi, but you don't care about ebe a na-eproduce. You only care and interest is where you will go and buy it, and that is where more development is. Yes, the owner factory shey biana community now, the only benefit that community enwewu biko n'ihi ewukwo number of ndị be anyị owner and all. The same thing with countries. Iburu investment there na Zambia now, the first thing higher jowo na percentage of ndị be anyị ya employ, na percentage of ndị be anyị ya employ. That is it. But an establishment, because church carry go in that way. Church now, church is now an institution. Yes, church is now an institution on its own now. So an institution like Zion Ministry having a permanent presence in your area can attract as equal as what Nkwọ Nnewi can bring to Nkwọ Nnewi. It can attract as equal as if a government parastatals can bring to your place. Yes, because when government parastatals now, the matter that more vehicles will be moving in there, more people will be coming in there, more goods and services will be moving in there. Are you getting what I'm saying? Even now, so that is what we make onye name cyber cafe or badabe. Makanoma onye biara ebe a nwere ike sị ka onye mee photocopy. Jee ebe ọ na-enwe licensing office government. Iru ebe a efife na-eme ebe a. Ndị na-eme photocopy akarịa, ndị na-ese passport akarịa, ndị na-esi nri akarịa, ndị na-elu mechanic akarịa, ndị nwe towing vehicle akarịa, ndị nwe ife niile akarịa. All these things are indirect jobs. Factories now operate based on the staffs only. In fact, about 80% or 90% of people who use the services and they produce, we have deals with the number of distributors handling. The numbers of distributors handling. In fact, they don't even need people coming down to that production site. They don't need much people coming down to that production site. So, we see all this pettiness. If you want to get something from Evangelist Bikobi, put yourselves together. You cannot fight him to get it. You cannot. Yes, you cannot fight him to get it. Oh no, government poor. Every single thing government will battle up. Imalona oge ebujere Anambra State University na Iwariam na mgbe governor bujere Epolo. Na governor so gbagotara ihe eburie bu na agụrụ. Governor nke apụọ golden tulip put obi rụrụ na agụrụ today can operate owned by government. Yes, managed by ndị hotelers. Mana ọdụgo na agụrụ na ọdụgo na agụrụ. Yes, whether na onwe afọ ori izuko onye ji influence wee wetara anyị University Teaching Hospital na Nnewi. Ọdụgo na Nnewi na ọdụgo na Nnewi. You cannot take it to anywhere. Nnewi vital. Ihe menwuzi ihe. Nkwo Nnewi. Okay. Electronics market ya lụrụ n'Obosi ka ọgọdọ. You cannot take it away from there. You can only take another component of that market to elsewhere. Government is government is consistent. Government is going to government will ebe nke abidoro kwụsịrị nke abido. Ịghọtago ebe nke abidoro nke akwụsị ewepụ ịma na-apụtakwa ebugharịwa ife niile. Etu akịta Soludo Channel Government House ebe ọ lụrụ anọta gọvanọ gbagota ọ sị na ọchọzi ka ọ deba o burukwa ebuje nkwere ọ dịrị etu a gọọmenti na-progress so ọ na-eme na gọvanọ na-achịpụ hope pụọ tata echi niile anọta gọvanọ gbagonite o revoke CFO onyelu ịgwana anyị terms eji wee yes government is continuum. Thank you, Bobby Raymond. Enwere m ndị informed ebe a ịghọtago onye kpatara na projekti gọọmenti a na-alụ gọọmenti ọzọ gbagota kama ha ya cancel that project ha abandon ya ịghọtago kama ha ya cancel that project ha abandon ya ofu ụbọchị another gọọmenti gbagotakwa they continue with that same project ịghọtago you can only abandon project or you continue will you make another thing. That is it. Government Nikonu to Governor Ezioku and the other aggrieved members of Ngokpala. You people can benefit more if you put yourselves in group and peacefully approach Evangelist Ebukobi through right channel. You can benefit more because what he wish for the people of Ngokpala is development. If you approach him through the right channel, if you approach him through the right way, you people will make more progress than trying to change what has been there. None of you could have been able to do it since 2006 to today. That land can be reserved by government. You can only farm there, but you can't build there. The only building though around that place is a government school. It's a government school. I have gone up to into that government school. That is how much I have moved around Ngokpala. I have interacted with the people of Ngokpala, both from Ndokada to the old man, from the old man to Golo. I was even one time with the honorable member representing Ngokpala on the Nukumado. I met him somewhere and we were discussing. He may not know me, but I know him. In fact, he may not remember me, but I remember him because no Mado Hako. You want to go? And I also made a video that same day. Say, from the honorable member representing Ngokpala. Go to my wall, you will see the video. So, I want to deceive you in the zone. Because now he know from Ndeze before 100 days. In fact, some of Ndeze are on a Zion ground during that 100 days. Some of Ndeze are Kushalokuna TV. They were happy about the progress that has come to their communities. Ndeze are Musigo ko Ndeze ozo na ekwu nke a na-ekwu. I want to know. Ndeze are ha Musigo ko Ndeze ozo na-ekwusi nke a na-ekwu. Ịghọtago ihe agba gọọmenti mgba a na-agba gọọmenti mgba gọọmenti bịa na ebe ịnọsị na-eme biznes tiwa ha ya almost oze bụa ịnọsị nwanne m na-akpụrụ onwe ọwụrụ ngọ ịmụkwụ na ụlọ ya ahụ ebe ibi ịmụkwụ na ụlọ ya ahụ ebe ibi na gọọmenti chọọ ha ekwuo na high tension waya ya ga na gọọmenti chọọ ha ekwuo na high tension waya ya ga n'ụlọ ebe ahụ ibi. Put way in paper. You may see of they compensate you. You leave that place. You can't say no. You can't say no. So I want to see how the parameters or how you are ever going to get a land that government has acquired. Now the question here is, was there a committee in 2006 or not? Was 5 billion paid in 2006 or not? These are the necessary questions. And if that 5 billion was paid in 2006, the owners of the land there, did they receive a compensation from that money or not? Except na ebiala ebe agwa m na mgbe nwetara ego a na onwe compensation enyere ndị nwere ana ebe a, asị okay, let us begin to look in that direction. But hence that an agreement was reached, onwere a lot of things ekwekọtarụ government or company ọwụna na ebe ahụ, and onwere onye jụrụ m ajụjụ wee sị m na gọọmenti akwụkwa ya ana na gọọmenti ayenye individuals ana. Now I don't know what that person means by saying individuals, because right from when I started this broadcast, I made it clear to you that government acquired that land for the sake of a company from China, Guangdong. Bialeba ka establish a free trade zone. Now, if government was able to acquire it because of a company which failed to come there, what makes you think that government cannot give it to another institution that will be willing to develop that area? Or na eba to develop, or na government hire them with a revenue from there, or na individuals hire them with a benefit from there. So, except on a one that government did not pay any compensation for that land, you cannot eat your cake and still have it, unless in a one that government did not pay any compensation for that land. Then we can begin from there. But for as long as na government will compensation na that land, and the owners and communities that owns land in that particular area got their own compensation, who then is the owner of the land in question? I am asking you, who then is the owner of the land in question? Don't play. Don't play. Even some of you, Nekwifa, has come on air to admit that this land is owned by government. I wonder what has changed. I wonder what has changed. That is why I will advise us to always be consistent. Consistency is the key. You cannot say something today, when for the influence, come back. Will because of that influence or anger. You keep silent, for silent is golden. Silent is golden. Silence is golden. For if you don't say any word, people will not know if you believe. If you even want to give support to your people, you give them support behind the camera, because you have they can actually use your word against you in all this. Imagine you saying that that land is not government land, and I go and bring a video where you yourself was saying that this land belongs to government. What is going to happen? Is it not your own word against your word? I am asking. Imagine you saying that na habla na government, na wana community, na government acquire hana, and I go and bring a video of you telling people that this land is government land. As you buy land in Ngokpala, be cautious so that you don't buy government land. We can now come to you and say, can you go and show us that government land? You are telling people to be careful so that they don't buy. What are you going to do? These are the reasons why in some things we keep quiet, so that our word cannot be used against us. Imagine somebody look at JPAC now advice in Ngokpala that na ha ka ewuru amahanye ndị China or one company. What happens if we bring a video where you were teaching people, telling people the economic importance of presence of Zion Ngokpala. What are you going to do? It is going to be your word against your own word. And because we don't know what we call integrity these days, what I go? These days, we now believe that no one Facebook page, where platform, when they get with integrity. If we move by what that word integrity is really, you will find out that what we are seeing on Facebook these days is mediocrity. I am always conscious of what I say on Facebook, so that you will not use what I said yesterday to hold me against what I said today. That is number one principle when at Facebook. And if I must change, I must change objectively, so that tomorrow I will not also regret that change making today. It is very important. I don't speak out of excitement. I don't speak out of no, I don't speak like that. Because if I speak because of the relationship today, what happens now when I'm also? So I will look inward and speak objectively. Objectively means that I will speak irrespective of your presence in that matter, so that tomorrow, if your presence is not there, the fact will still remains. The fact will still remain. There was a video where Mr. Governor Ezioku was alerting people not to encroach into government lands. The video was there for everybody to see. There was videos where Mr. Governor Ezioku was telling people of economic importance. There was even a video where Governor Ezioku was telling Evangelist Ebukobi to rise up on his feet, that he should not allow people to intimidate him in his own state, that he should move in and possess his possession. All those videos, we have it online, my brother. It is there online. Those videos, when people present it, I don't know how you hope and wish to conflict with those words. Are you going to say that you were speaking out of ignorance when we know people have already seen you as somebody who is informed? People have already seen you as somebody who is grounded in Ngokpala. Now, if you are grounded in Ngokpala, are you going to tell people that you are ignorant of this particular thing in Kugolu here? You cannot say you are ignorant of it, because you of all people cannot be ignorant of that history. You cannot. I don't believe that Nangoma will govern the you know. You are too grounded that you should know this. I'm giving you now this honor. Brunka. With what we are seeing you doing, we believe that you are grounded in Ngokpala. That is such important history. You must have read through it when Zion came to Ngokpala. You must have seen that this land does not belong to the people of Ngokpala. That this is government property. For you to alert people to be careful not to trespass into government land. So, which of your words should we move today? The one you said previously or the ones you are saying now? And if we choose to go with the one you are saying now, what is the assurance that you are not going to lead us to another path tomorrow? That is why the word should be consistent. Somebody in your caliber, this is now me, according you respect. Somebody in your caliber should not move in the way of JPAC. I am saying this. Somebody in your caliber should not move in the way of JPAC. People who don't when people say my word is my bond, my word is my bond, you should be careful of what you say. For if you like, apologize 20 times for the words you said 2 months ago, you cannot correct the people who has made mistake because they believed in your words. Yes, you cannot correct the mistakes people made for believing in your words because they believed in you. There are people who believed in you. Now, if we start this attitude of always changing like goalposts on Facebook, I ask, what will be the fate of people who are following us? There are people who made some decisions, who undertake on some project because they heard Ezugo, they believed in Ezugo, they trusted Ezugo. I should be able to lead them right. I shouldn't be making them only make a calculated move because of my words. Do you know what that change, the damage is going to cost to that person? Do you know, honestly? So sometimes let us live above emotions. Let us live above emotion and sentiment and think beyond emotion and sentiment. If you live above emotion and sentiment, Ebugo, my brother, I see you. You are welcome, sir. If you live above emotion and sentiment, you will pay more attention to the words you say, living up to them, than just reacting because you are angry. From akarigom level, because of nane makapa adameje mapa shameful about importance apa to me shameful apa bagolum. I may forget about subsequent benefit of this bag, but I cannot throw away the benefit in Wegol and in Konyan currently, because before I even throw it away, the back yebura pambuna loye nu neje before what I go. Let us begin to live in that manner. Forget about J Park. Hasma be J Park. J Park can move complete anywhere below face. As a matter of fact, that is the selling point of his brand. His brand is a roti. So such kind of person, I have given up on him. But I go, J Park when he keep believe me because I don't know what is coming tomorrow. What is coming tomorrow? What is coming tomorrow is even might be more shocking than what you have seen today. So that is why I cannot believe anything Sinonu J Park where puta. I cannot believe any single word this Sinonu J Park where puta because na fanchari ne wu kwasiase. Since you were na Facebook, if any no kugo go, ndeni nya na associate with okojogoa. You don't live your life like that as a man. All the people I follow gonna in 2015, after 2016, by 2016, you will move with another people. About 2017, 2017, the same way he's made in events and happenings. There was a video where you were teaching people the benefit of presence of Zion Ngokpala. Fast forward to yesterday, you are now telling people that Zion Ngokpala akewela na hanyende China carry am in the church. So let's say that Namba Hikulu Efa previously. No onye Ngokpala selling na owesi okay na na J Park ekugi fedo to. Let me now accept that no bebenda biara amaka to yesterday again. It's another person in the high jump of making another decision, because the same you has changed and you are still going to change tomorrow. You are still going to change tomorrow. I don't know if you are getting me. So I am only addressing Mr. Governor Ezoku because he is an indigene of Ngokpala and he should put his people first before any interest. And if at all that if you know where you fit and that supposedly the youth or your people, can you lead the youth wing through the right channel to Evangelist Ebuka Obi? Go there and speak to him. He is going to understand, because what he wished for the people of Ngokpala is the best. When you do it like that, they should be able to say tomorrow, now Governor Ezioku lead right, rather than leading them through a path that cannot go to anywhere. It cannot go to anywhere. That path cannot go to anywhere. It cannot go to anywhere. Since 2006, you people has not been able to lay claim on that land. The only building sitting over that land, government secondary school, owned by government, not individual. You only go in there to farm. Which that when people who want to buy land came, a lot of them go advice when they mad Are you trying to tell me that the government did not compensate people there? I am waiting for the answer. Instead of showing me a document or Obasanjo from Abuja, Siweje court, he claimed Ngokpala. Why can't you answer me? Did government pay compensation to the tune of 5 billion in 2006 in that land? If it is not 5 billion, I want you to correct me on the right figure. If the head of the committee, if the person who headed this committee, is not what is his name? Is not Honorable Gode Onyebuenyi, I stand to be corrected. Tell me the right name of the head of that committee. If the secretary of that committee is not Dr. Dan Omukwe, I stand to be corrected in every single thing I have said here. For record purpose, I stand to be corrected. Tell me the right name that fits in these two spaces, include the chairman of the committee. And if the figure is not 5 billion in 2006, I stand to be corrected also. Can you tell me the right figure? Now, tell me where you people now disagreed with government. I want to know. Because for as long as I am concerned, if not that now, somebody made the benefit of building a free trade zone. Because why that one is going to be more beneficial is because it is going to be a lot of factories concentrated in the same region. So therefore, we are looking at the workforce of over 10,000 people. So there will be presence of people. It will attract investment. It will attract people. It will attract development. So tell me, at what point did Ngokpala disagree with government na that transaction? I want to know. Because if not that company finally went to Ogun State, and it cannot be a coincidence that the president then was Obasanjo and the company finally moved to Ogun State. It cannot be a coincidence. Are you getting me? It cannot be a coincidence, but that is not even what we are talking about. Let us be fair to history. Let us be fair to history. At least instead of telling our people that Ebuka did not buy land from any person, that Ebuka grabbed your land, I want you to show to us that the part of history Ebuka Obi followed, or the channel Ebuka Obi followed, according to Ntunde Zulusiwe advice, according to the people from Ngokpala, Siwe advice, this land you cannot buy from us. The owners of this land is government. Now, he followed the right channel, which is what? Going to the government, who your people said are the owners of this land. So now, instead of branding Evangelist Ebuka Obi a land grabber, and not government. Because you could have said government grabbed your land and sell it to Evangelist Ebukobi. That could have made a good headline. You cannot move away from calling the actual people who sell or give that land to Evangelist Ebukobi. You cannot boycott them and you now start calling Evangelist Ebukobi a land grabber. I am telling you now the right thing you should do. The headline should have been government of Imo State grabbed the land of Zion Ngokpala and now sold it or gave it to Evangelist Ebukobi, the owner of Zion Ministry. This could have made a perfect headline. At least Imo State government will now come in to say, how did we grab this land? The journey will start. So let us continue. You want to go? So instead of branding the Zion land grabbers, the most honorable thing to do is to lead people through the history and path and process in which government even got involved in that land. Then tell the people where Zion Ngokpala disagreed now with the government. Because I want to know, how did that agreement come into place? What was the agreement before government paid compensation? Onwelunde disagree, Onwelunde agree. The owners of that land then, did they disagree that Biko unu ewe n'iwe unu mana na-eme the program ana m arụ ọnụ kwa my normal business and ife dị ụlọ m ịghọtana. So I am now talking to my brother, the people's governor, Mr. Governor Eziokwu. Instead of going all out to brand Zion Ministry land grabbers, what you could have done is to run us down to how that land was even acquired by government, where the people of Ngokpala started disagreeing with government if any happened. At what point where that agreement stopped binding, if it happened, was the compensation paid, yes or no? The families in land there, did they receive their own compensation for the crops hanging there, yes or no, before government moved in and ran a survey of that land and it was registered in land? If you go to land in Imo State today, go and take a coordinate from that land. Go to the lands in Imo State. Then you will know the real owners of that land. So now, confirming what you said that the king said they did not sell any land. The king was simply or is simply trying to clear the doubt to you that they did not sell any land. And how can they even sell the land that does not belong to them? It is a question. How are they going to sell the land that does not belong to them? So if a king na-achọ ịkọwalụ owo ka o clear doubt from ife unu nwa na-ekwu na ndị eze unu gbakọrọ aka laa n'ụlọ, the king na-akọwalụ na o nwerekwa na ha lelu. If they advise Zion Ministry to do the right thing they advise them to do would to go to the rightful owners of the land. The 5 kings in Ngokpala, because the 5 kings in Ngokpala took concern with this. Yeah, generally advised Zion to approach government, that government were the rightful owners of the land and not them. So how on earth are they going to sell the land that does not belong to them? So you saying that they did not let you people down? Of course, they did not let you people down because they did not soil their hands in illegal transactions. So I want us to be clear. This must have been the most honorable way to go about this, because Zion did not just come, grab one on. They did not do that. They followed the channel as advised by the people and the kings in Ngokpala. So I think that the right question you should ask that king is, Kelu the right channel Zion had, because the interview you posted was brief. It was brief. When I went to interview Arch Engineer Onyedika, Anosike, who single-handedly built an Anglican church, a Catholic church, that was an interview that ran for how long? It was so detailed. People knew who he was, how he conceived the idea, how he even started executing the idea of building that church, his financial condition, and how he managed to finish that project. That interview in part 1, part 2, part 3, and part 1, the 15 minutes, part 2, the 15 minutes, the third part also, the 15 minutes, I think the final part, the less than 15 minutes. It was so detailed in such a controversial issue. You can't just release an interview. You can't just go to interview a king or an eze, and it will just be a 1 minute seconds interview where he said we did not sell any land to Ngokpala. We advised them to do the right thing. You should be able to show us a detailed interview email this essay without omitting anyone. You can't go to his palace to talk with him for just 1 second. That is not even up to 2 minutes. The essay should have been able to explain the history of that land to us. How those who encroached on the land encroached, and then let us even know what he advised those Zion people to go and do. So the interview supposedly do well detailed. Yes. The interview supposedly do well detailed. Where I go? Honorable Tony is still there in Ngokpala. A lot of people, Father Kennedy is still very much around. This was a journey that started, and before even people know what is happening, if our process is taking months before it was finalized. It's not as if Zion just came babaraba. So, the question should be, this Ndeze, did they at any point have any disagreement with the Zion team? The answer is no. They were together in agreement until the 100 days fasting. The project continued until today. So now, how can they be in good agreement, especially with Eze Ngokpala say, not like Zion, because now only popular. Remember that Eze. That Eze, the Eze of autonomous community of you, Mr. Governor Ezioku. Yes, Eze Kurifaro, exactly, who Eze of your own autonomous community. Let us be guided. Let us be guided. Sometimes you may have something you are doing, but don't follow the wrong channel. Don't follow the wrong channel or the wrong approach to what you are seeking. You may not get it. You want to go? So, how Nande Zion boycott Ndeze? That it wasn't the guidance of Ndeze that followed. How do you think they will still be in agreement? The only thing Ndeze ensure Lona, Nande Zion keep to that initial agreement, community Jew hands off that land to the government, which Zion agreed. I remember that during the project running up to 100 days fasting, a lot of Ngokpala happen one thing or the other just to balance the equation. Just to balance the equation. I happen a lot of Ngokpala, even Obosia the program when the guests started arriving, because after was over there a week before Anom Zion ground, a lot of Ndesi America battle even before Hadeze for the program. So after Monazo, Ngokpala a good number of quota to people who are going to sell around that place, following the agreement as it was. So the only thing they say in Sholo, now the own part of Ngokpala in that agreement aside in 2006. Now Zion stick to it, which Zion said yes. So what is this interview with the Eze? We want to know. We want to know. We want to know. So look at if somebody look at Isaac brother meet Mr. Governor Ezek and settle with him. When the governor leaves office, the land in total will be in court, and they stand the high chances of losing it. Chukwu Isaac, you see. Or if you go, you people will keep deceiving yourselves. When Oma leaves office, Hope Uzodinma leaves office, Zion people will lose the land. The question is, Was it Hope Uzodimma who acquired that land from Zion Ngokpala? Was it Governor Hope Uzodimma who acquired that land from Zion Ngokpala? It was Achike Udenwa Onwa. After Achike Udenwa, there was Ike Diohakim. After Ike Diohakim, Enwe Rocha Sokorosha. After Rocha Sokorosha, Enwe Emeki Hedioha for how long? After Emeki Hedioha, Enwe Hope Uzodimma. If I wo Achike Udenwa Onwa, Ike Diohakim 2, Ike Diohakim 2, Kelu the next person, Rocha Sokorosha 3, Emeki Hedioha 4, Hope Uzodimma 5. Obiodogu, instead of saying your mouth out there, it should be in a make. That should be your concern. Why are you people always missing the point? You are not asking the right question. Instead of hearing that same, instead of hearing that same, your mates are out there working. What you should be saying is, in a make even though to one name, and the only name me make career even though one name. So pack, go and look for work is a national anthem.